Okay, here we are. Probably the first full good bulking round 2 day, I would say, where we're gonna actually get like a full workout in with an increase in volume. So very excited about that. You might have noticed on the bench, I tried to kind of rig it up a little bit so that it was a little more solid, using some bands and like trying to put chalk on my back, but nothing replaces a good Rogue Fitness or Rep brand competition bench with grippy vinyl on the back where you just stick to it. I mean, that Friday workout, 2 sets, 315, and it didn't even feel that bad. Just opened my eyes to the difference like a good quality bench can make. This bench I have here has been good. It was $50. I didn't have, huge expectations for a $50 bench, and it was right before all the shutdowns occurred. It was a week before, so I just was anticipating. I was hearing things were going to shut down, so I just knew I needed to get some gym equipment quick. So I got this along with a bar and plates and whatnot, squat rack. So it served its purpose, but definitely excited about the next step. I feel like that for sure will lead to that 365 bench by the end of the new year. But enough sad talk about poor equipment. I'm very grateful for what I have, but I am excited about the next step. Let me show you the weather outside. Check it out. Weeds are growing. Time to mow the lawn. Going to check the body weight. Yeah, we'll see on this one. I'm going to keep going with the no shoe weigh-in. See what we got. All right. I expect it to be a little higher tomorrow and Wednesday, kind of in that stabilizing period. Typically, Monday has always been a lower weigh-in. All right, let me show you. So we did the 285 for 6. Moving on to 265, then we'll do 245, and then we'll do 2 sets on the incline bench, and then we're going to do a set of flies and then some tricep stuff, but I'm not decided about the tricep yet. Might do some press downs because I haven't done those in a while. All right, I got rid of the bands and chalk because that did not do anything. So we're going to go 265 and 8 plus. Would like to get, I don't want to say any numbers. I'll just do my best here, and minimum 8. All right. And a little more control because I watched the 285 video and I think I was going a little too quick. I think I actually hurt myself there, like already thinking about the next rep while I was still doing, the previous rep. So slow it down, full lockout, good form. Woo! Good stuff. All right. Good recovery, and then we'll go last set. 245, 8 or more. Now we're going. All right, 3 sets on the flat bench. Very happy about that. I'm going to do 205 on incline now. Hopefully get 10. Had some good recovery. Calories have been good, so I think that should be doable. We'll rest a little bit and do 185. Probably do a burnout set of flies right after that, and that will still leave some time for triceps. Tomorrow, we're going to attempt the phone pull carry. So I'm going to carry the 260, hopefully all the way to the phone pole. Challenge laid down by Bean Cooker, I believe, Noah, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check that afterwards. Obviously, it's in the video footage now, so apologies if I got the name wrong. But the challenge was thrown down by them, so we're going to give it a shot. I will do my best. It's not on July 4th. Sorry about that, but July 4th is deadlift day, and I can't do farmer carries before I do deadlifts because that would just decimate. So that'll be coming up tomorrow. Be sure to check that out. Haven't done farmer carries in a little bit, so that'll be interesting. I did do the sandbag carry last week, though, so that should be worth something. All right, here we go. All right. Trying the wider grip because it does feel better on the chest. Oh, good. This was the workout we needed today. Max effort on the last rep every set. It's just how it goes sometimes. It's a great workout, though. Feeling good about it. I'm going to recover probably 3-4 minutes, and then we'll go 185. Hopefully we can match, get 10 reps. All right, second set on the incline. Comparably, pre-bulk, when we're trying to drop down to get a little under 205, I've been doing 2 sets flat bench, like 2 working sets, not counting warm-up sets. Warm-up sets don't count. And then 1 set of inclines sometimes, and sometimes not even having the time. But it was a busier couple weeks there, vacations, a little more going on. So very excited that we're getting to up the volume a little bit. Not a ridiculous amount, but an extra 2 sets. Maybe that's a total of, I guess if you're going from 3 to 5, that's a 66% increase. So it's actually pretty decent. That's the benefit, I guess, of typically training low volume. When you do up the volume, you should see good return. If I already did 10 sets of flat bench, then I go to 12, it's like, all right, an extra 20%. I mean, that's good, but it's not as good as 60-something%. That's the logic there. You got to figure out what works for you. I mean, some people might not grow from 1 to 2 sets, especially if the intensity is, if you're not pushing it hard enough. That's just my personal opinion there. The main thing being you got to test things out and figure out what's going to work for you, because a lot of the genetic outliers, obviously there's a lot of supplementation going on. But other than that, there's also a lot of variability with people's genetic structure. So the program that works for someone may not be, as applicable or effective for you. The only way to know is to test. A good example of that, I'm sure, would be either the Bulgarian system or the Smolov squat system. I had a friend in college who did the Smolov squat system, and he was much more compact, I guess, like shorter femurs, you know, I think like 5'5", something like that. And he was able to make very, very solid gains from the Smolov squat program. From my understanding, most people do not hold up. You know, who knows exactly why certain people make gains on certain programs. I just think to that particular example, because it's such a brutal squat program that, you know, like today, me going back and squatting again, there's no shot. I think you squat like 5 times a week or something like that. Obviously varying intensity and all that. Just the point being, different things work for different people. That was one example where I saw what he did. He made great gains on it, but I knew it wasn't going to work for me. Squatting once or twice a week, I can make decent progress with that. And my knee tendons don't want to destroy me, most importantly. You know, whatever I do, I don't want to affect me in daily life negatively, you know, or in the long term. So different things to consider. Anyway, on to incline flies. And you know what? Let's just do that drop set. Leave a little more time for some tricep work. Has anybody in the program, anybody in the comment section tried any ridiculous programs that just sounded absurd and either worked fantastically or led to no results or you lost gains? Because a program like that for somebody that can't handle the workload or, you know, breaks down their joints, whatever, too much, you're going to regress. So that's another thing you got to be cautious of. You know, you're trying to find that fine line of like, all right, I want to do enough work, but not too much so that I get injured or, you know, backtrack by getting overtired or whatever. A lot of it has to do with food and sleep too. Once I got my food more on track, what I was able to do in the gym changed significantly, and my consistency in what I was able to do changed. Whereas when my food was not on point, I very regularly had bad workouts, and I was only working out 3 to 4 times per week. Not only, I don't mean it that way, just comparative to what I'm doing right now, working out every day, pretty much pushing things to the limit. And I'll feel good tomorrow when I go into my workout. You know, I'll be able to hit pretty consistent numbers. Back in the day, my food was not great. And so because of that, I just had very inconsistent workouts. You know, take bench, for example. Maybe I'd be trying to get 205 for 4 to 5 reps. One week I get it for 5. The next week I come in only be able to get it for 2 to 3. Even when I'm tired now, I'm still within 5%, you know. So happy about that. Get your food and sleep on point. You can't recover. It's gonna be a long journey. I think that's probably part of why I did 315 solidly on vacation, was because I'd had 4 or 5 nights of really good rest and a calorie surplus. But I still think that bench made the biggest difference, because I did some incline bench afterwards, and if you saw that video, I think I got 225 for, I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 reps, something like that. Not sure exactly how many, which is comparable to what I can typically do. So the flat bench was clearly superior. All right, we're gonna rest a little bit. I'll check the time, and then we'll either do some press downs or crushers. All right, so last exercise, we're gonna go skull crushers with a drop set. Elbows feel pretty good, so we're gonna take a stab at the 52s inclined and hopefully get 8. Not really sure how many I've done. I feel like maybe I have done 10, but 8 probably be doable, and we'll do a drop set. If you ever want to support the channel even more, and I was watching a Mitchell Hooper video today, and he said something like, so I have enough food to feed my child. It was actually really funny. I think he was talking about merchandise. He was saying like if you wanted to support the channel more, and oh, and he had a hole in his sock. He was saying like, you know, if you donate some money to him or buy a product, then he can you know, get better socks. You wanted to see his feet. I thought it was pretty funny. But if you ever want to donate to the channel, you can always do one of those super thanks things. You know, it's just another way to show support. You know, your support is much appreciated. You motivate me to push myself even more. So thank you so much for tuning in, especially if you made it this far in the video. You're awesome. I think if you did want to buy a super thanks, it's just like in the comment section, there's a little heart thing with a $sign. I'll use it to buy more bulking food, and I'll give you a shout out when I consume that bulking food. All right. Thank you so much. Let's get it. Ah! Hopefully 10. All right. I think 10 was doable, but I've learned my lesson with skull crushers in the past. You know, I do a little more warm up for them nowadays, and the elbows reward me. When I don't, they betray me. All right, so we're going to do 22s now. I do want to add in a third set of tricep work. I'm not sure when that'll be. That'll probably be on Fridays. Typically, I won't actually have this much time on Mondays. Today is an exception. So that's why I've got a little bit extra time. But I promise we're going to be getting more volume consistently on the Mondays. Okay, that is it. You made it this far in the video. You're absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Again, like I said, if you ever want to support the channel more, you can buy the super thanks. It's just a way of donating basically to the bulking cause. I'll use those funds to buy some, I don't know what, some kind of carbs probably, so I can grow bigger on the journey to 220. Anyways, there's my shameless, what do they call it? I can't remember what Mitchell used. He said it in a much funnier way than I did. I kind of messed it up, but either way, you should check out that video. He did a 900-pound deadlift for 2 sets of 2. No suit, nothing, like lifting straps, obviously, but strongmen use those. And it was conventional, obviously, most importantly. Super impressive. Actually, the most impressive thing was that he did a set. 1 rep, fine. 2nd rep on the way up after the knees, like he was basically locked out. All the weights fell off one side. And then even after that, like 900 pounds, you're fine doing that. Even after that, he went and did a 2nd set of 2 reps. So crazy. Awesome stuff. I suppose he had a right after doing that to ask for some donations and to feed his child, of course. Anyway, should definitely check out that video though. Super strong. Definitely interested to see how the strongest man on earth, the Shaw Classic, it's called the Shaw Classic. Now it's called the strongest man on earth, I guess. Either way, I hope that's live streamed and not some weird, hey, $150, you can watch some of the events thing. I'm not sure how exactly it's going to work. I love the way Rogue Fitness does all of the Rogue events, the Arnold Classic and the Rogue Invitational, just great. Like they just put out, you can watch a free version of it, or you can pay and, you know, support in other ways if you want, but there is just a basic free version. I think that's super cool. It helps you grow the sport. It's a small sport. Like if you make the barrier to entry to become interested in the sport, you know, $100 or $150 to watch something, I mean, isn't that going to bottleneck it a little bit and slow things down? I don't know. Just my opinion. I understand everybody's got to make some dollars. Totally get it. But I think the sport of strongman, strong woman, strong people would grow a lot more if it was easier to watch the World's Strongest Man. Like, I love watching those old World's Strongest Man contests, but the new ones, there's no like compiled, edited, good version of it. Anyway, rant over. Appreciate the support. Thanks so much for making it this far in the video. If you made it this far in the video, drop a comment. Who, in your opinion, is the best strongman currently? All right, in the heavyweight division, obviously. I think John Hack crushes everybody in the lower division if he ever decides to go full down the strongman route. All right, that's it. I'm going to decompress, go get some calories in. Appreciate the support as always. Hope you're having an excellent day. Hope you get to work out later today, or maybe you already did, or maybe it's a rest day. Either way, crush it, whatever you're doing, and till tomorrow. Peace.